welcome to Arabella's Reading Corner. I'm Arabella, and today we will be reading Building Books. Katie loved building with blocks. She loved the way they clicked as she pressed them together. She loved the way they wobbled as she stacked them up high. She even loved the way they crashed as they toppled to the floor. But most of all, Katie loved the way she felt when she built something brand new. Talented builder. Owen loved reading books. He loved the way they swooshed as he pulled them off the shelves. He loved the way they rustled as he turned the pages. He even loved the way paper smelled. But most of all, Owen loved the way he felt when he read something brand new. There's Owen. Katie had to read books for school, but Katie didn't want to read. When Katie tried to read, her hands felt squirmy. When Katie tried to read, her legs felt wiggly. When Katie tried to read, she wished she were building instead. So, when she was supposed to be reading, Katie built castles. She built cities. She built worlds. Uh-oh. Teacher does not look happy. Building's the best, proclaimed Katie. Nope, reading rules, countered Owen. Katie scowled at her brother. He glared right back. They scowled and glared, and they each wondered what was wrong with the other one. Building's better. Reading is. Building, reading, building, reading! The librarian seemed to appear out of nowhere. May I suggest a suitable alternative? A stack of books for you, the librarian said to Katie, to read. And a stack for you, she said to Owen, to shelve. Katie squirmed and wiggled in the big library chair. She missed the clicking and the wobbling and the crashing of her blocks. But most of all, she missed building something brand new. Katie stood up. Building's way better than reading, she said. But Owen didn't answer. His nose was buried in a book. Katie picked a thick book from the library shelves. She wanted to see if it could balance on its side. It could. Katie picked out more books. She liked the way they swished as she pulled them off the shelves. Katie began to build. She almost finished building a castle, but when she reached up to balance the last book on the very tippy top, Katie looked around to make sure no one was watching. Uh-oh, so it looks like the tower fell down a little. Because that's a book about castle engineering. And then she began to read. Katie's hands stopped feeling squirmy. Her legs stopped feeling wiggly. She liked the way the pages rustled as she turned them. She even liked the way the paper smelled. But most of all, Katie liked reading something brand new. She read another book, and another, and another. Katie visited castles. She explored cities. She discovered worlds. Owen finished his book with a snap and looked about in surprise. He had never seen so many books on the floor before. He hoped the librarian wouldn't make him shelve them all. He liked reading books, not arranging them. But one book was balanced on its side. Owen found himself wondering if another book could balance on top of it. It could. Owen looked around to make sure no one was watching. And then he began to build. He liked the way the books thunked as he pressed them together. He liked the way they wobbled as he stacked them up high. He even liked the way they crashed as they toppled to the floor. But most of all, he liked building something brand new. "Look what I made," Owen called to Katie. At the same time, Katie ran to Owen. "Have you read this?" she squealed. "What about this one, and this one, and this one?" Katie hugged an armful of books. "I love reading!" Owen grinned. "And I love building." Katie and Owen sat down in the big library chair and read together. And then they began to build. I hope you enjoyed this book.